What's really got me fried and laid to the side is this scene with Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone. They're talking about Quad's party, but there's some extras in the background that act like they don't hear anything, they don't see anything. They're on these laptops that, I mean, this whole scene seems so fake and forced and scripted that it just reminded me why I stopped watching this in the first place, because it's just, they lost so much authenticity. The fights are forced, and that's why I couldn't take it. But I'm gonna give it a couple episodes, but I can tell already I might not last the entire season. This read is so forced. So Dr. Simone is talking about Quad, who was interviewed, right? And she was asked, who do you think on Married to Medicine would be good for traders? And Quad says Dr. Simone. And so Dr. Simone takes offense, why? She takes offense and says, I'm going to drag her. They're going to want to hire me at NASCAR. Girl. I think this is why I just stopped watching after maybe season 8 or 9, because it just got to a point where their reads are too scripted. They're canned reads. Like, girl, you didn't just come up with this. I think that's why I stopped watching, because it just lost its luster and authenticity. Meanwhile, in this very scene where she and Dr. Jackie are talking about Quad, why are you wasting? These women are doctors. These doctors are too old to be carrying on like this. But this scene, they are wasting away talking about Quad. And they got extras in the background in doctors' jackets and their scrubs on these laptops, like they don't hear anything, they don't see anything. Like, this is so scripted. Now I remember why I stopped watching Married to Medicine. I don't know if I'm going to last this entire season if this type of carrying on is going on. Then Dr. Simone has this bag of, like, a baguette of bread. And she says that she keeps messing with me. I have so much on Quad that I can just empty the bag of bread. And then bread tumbles onto the table. Why? This is so scripted, and it's not even good reads. She's using props. Has she been doing this since I left? I stopped watching in season 8 or 9 or one of them. No way. Like, I think it's time for Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone to bow out. These women are too seasoned in their luminary careers to be fooling around with this foolishness. Like, it's time for them to go. And I'm not talking about be friends of the show like Dr. Heavenly. I'm talking about peace out. Like, literally say goodbye to Married to Medicine and do something else. They are too old for this carrying on. So Dr. Eugene comes back home from being away for 5 days because he works at another hospital where he's making more money, but it's farther away. It's 2.5 hours away, 5-hour round trip. And Toya is like, she got this beautiful house built. Let me tell you, her house is so beautiful, and I love how appointed it is. Everything looks so cute. I love her closet. Oh, her closet is to die for. But it's like a beauty room made into a closet, I think. But and she's like, you can have a whole nother family, and you know, I wouldn't even know about it or whatever. And he's like, I cannot afford. Can't afford nothing. Not with this house, honey, because it's such a beautiful house. It's amazing how they have withstood the test of time. I actually love them together. I think they're such a cute couple, even though Toya is not my favorite, because I think she picks fights just to pick fights for the sake of picking fights. She picks good fights, but she picks them nonetheless. But I think they're such a cute couple. They have such a cute family. And I feel like they are the first family of Married to Medicine. So you could build a show around Toya and Eugene and their family and bring, keep Quad. I wanted Quad on Real Housewives of Atlanta, but that's a whole nother thing. But keep Quad and keep Dr. Contessa. I do like her, but bring back Mariah. Not as a friend of, full time, and her husband. I like them, and maybe, oh, definitely Angel. Make Angel full time, and then bring some new people, because the Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie, they can go, child. Their season on this show they've run their course, I think, on this show. Just get rid of everybody except them, and then bring a couple more on and build from there. And I think it will be a better show, because listen, Phaedra couldn't save the show. But yeah, I'm trying. I'm struggling. I'm trying to like it, but I just wanted to stop and say I love them two together, even though I don't necessarily like how Toya does things. I like them two together. They have a beautiful family. I see this how long I've been gone, because I didn't know about a Dr. Mimi. I don't even see her trending when Married to Medicine is on. That's how long I've been gone, but it looks like she joined in seasons 11. So she's having a classic, a steeplechase, I don't know. And so her invitation is a turf of grass. And I'm trying to hold on, but I guess she throws parties, like she and Dr. Quad, Lord, she and Quad FaceTime, and she says that she's used to throwing extravagant parties. So we'll see. But this is such a budget invitation, but I'm gonna hold out my judgment until I actually see. I think I saw a clip though, because I saw Dr. Jackie asking someone if they had thyroid disease or something, or an enlarged thyroid, the moment they meet her. So I saw that clip, which should be coming up. Now, Dr. Mimi told them to dress in their finest. The clip I saw, they didn't, but we'll see. But that's where I am in this episode. And child, I am struggling, but we'll see. Apparently, Dr. Contessa and her husband, Dr. Metcalf, they bought a building. Maybe last season, they bought a building over $1 million, and they've just been putting cash into the renovations. And so that's her scene. And I like them. I like their family. And I was watching religiously when she first came on, and I liked her. They tried to get rid of her, but I liked her from the beginning. I don't see, like, are we going to be following these renovations? Like, what is the deal? Are we going to just be following that? Like, I don't know what's going on with the dynamics, her dynamic with the rest of the group, because I haven't watched for a few seasons. Are we going to be following this reno? Because this is not HGTV. I ain't got time. I don't know if I'm going to be here for this. Like, I'm struggling, but it's just episode 1 of season 12. So let's see how this goes. Okay, we're at the party with the Sanders family. Dr. Mimi is going around, it's a polo classic, and she's going around to make sure that her party planners have everything in order. It's cute. It's cute. I won't take away from that. And the kids, I didn't know they had kids. So they have a daughter and they have a special needs son. So cute, the cute family. But I didn't know she existed because I never see her trending on Twitter. So I didn't know her. What did she join last? Oh, she's been here for a couple seasons, but did she? She was here for a couple seasons. I never heard of her. That's so interesting. Because I've been following along with Married to Medicine throughout the years on Twitter when it's on and it trends, and I'll just get the little clips and stuff like that. Not once I didn't know this lady existed. I don't know why. I don't know. But cute family. It looks like the Polo Classic is going to be cute. She said it's going to be about the fashion. So I need to see the entire scene, because the clip I saw, it wasn't giving fashions, but we'll see. I'm still tuning in. We'll see. It's still going. Now, Toya makes a good point. So Toya is visiting Dr. Simone. She's at Dr. Simone's house. Cecil's still there, child. She's still with Cecil. So she's over there and she's like, you are talking about Quad to her ex-husband's wife about her finances, about her house, things like that. Like, I think that was crossing the line. It seems like Dr. Simone needs an alliance against Quad, which is just wild. I think Toya's right, and I'm glad that Toya stood up to her so far, saying that that wasn't right. Like, this is your friend. Why are you talking about her to her ex-husband's new wife? By the way, this is a clip of Sweet Tea. Sweet Tea is no longer on the show. And I'm just realizing, just realizing she's not on. Is she a friend of this season or is she fired? I don't know. I guess we'll see. But they just showed a clip of her instead of, this must be a clip from last season or something like that. Ciao. Sweet Tea's gone. I didn't like her on the show. Oh, I didn't like her on the show. I thought they were doing Quad shady. Is one of the reasons I left how they were treating Quad. I thought that was crazy. Like, they kept her husband on the show and his new wife. That is messy boots. And I don't think you have to be that messy to have a good show. So I was out. I peaced out. But anyway, Sweet Tea and Phaedra, I don't think are missed. Do you miss them on this season? They're not, you know, Phaedra went back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't know where Sweet Tea went. I'm glad she ain't on Real Housewives of Atlanta. But not missed at all. By the way, sidebar, Toya looks so cute in her black bowed velour. I think it's a mini dress. It is so cute, by the way, but then she gets messy. So she brings up Dr. Heavenly's son being arrested. I thought kids were off limits, but Damon Jr. was arrested, and Toya's like, well, I can talk about him because it's on social media. And she's loud in this scene, by the way, while she's like gnawing on a line. She's like, he's, what is he, free game? This is a kid. This is one of the kids. I don't think she should talk about it, but she is bringing it up and then needs confirmation from Dr. Simone if it's real and if it's true. And Dr. Simone confirms it that it is true. And so I guess, you know, this is a reality show. They got to talk about their lives and that whole bit. Even though Dr. Heavenly is a friend of, she's been demoted to a friend of since she's running for political office. And so I don't know, especially if she's not around, like, is she being messy intentionally? And then Dr. Simone's like, you know, we're raising black men and that whole bit. You just confirmed, like, this type of mess sometimes is good for TV, and Dr. Heavenly is just as messy, don't get me wrong. But I think this affects these kids long term because they're not exactly signing up for what their moms, their dads, their parents are doing. They're not exactly signing up for the type of heat or microscope that's on them. And so, you know, I wouldn't choose to do it myself. But I guess somebody has to do it because they need more stuff to talk about. Otherwise, they have no show. So, okay, let's see where this goes. Okay, I spoke too soon. Dr. Mimi and her husband look so cute. She has the cutest blue netted laced parasol. It's so cute. Her dress is cute. He's wearing like a lemon drop suit. I think it's double breasted. And she has on such a cute straw hat. Now this hat may be Dior, or she's got a straw hat with a Dior twilly. Either way, it is really cute. So I spoke too soon. She looks adorable, and so does her husband. But I gotta see the rest. I gotta see the rest of them. So they've arrived to this Sanders Polo Classic, and I wasn't wrong. The outfits weren't hitting. They're cute, but nothing to write home about. But when I tell you Toya is so mad that Dr. Heavenly isn't showing, she's so disappointed because I feel like she wanted desperately to talk about Dr. Heavenly's son being arrested. But I mean, she's so deflated because Dr. Jackie's like, she said it's none of your business, and so I'm gonna keep it like that. And then she runs over to Dr. Sanders, or Dr. Mimi rather, and she's like, I'm a honor her wishes or whatever. We'll talk about it later in that whole bit. And Toya is just like deflated because she can't talk about. She is looking, hunting for mess. It's so crazy, girl. Calm down. You don't need mess to have a good time on the show. You don't. You really don't. She's not even gonna have a good time because she can't talk about Heavenly. She can't start a fight with Heavenly. It's so crazy. Okay, so we're still at the Sanders Classic. And now Toya is huddled up with Dr. Jackie, and Dr. Jackie is like, I am kind of upset about what you said about Curtis. So Toya, a couple months back when they filmed this, she was on Watch What Happens Live with Andy, and she said that Curtis is touchy-feely, which he is. He gives very much Michael Darby on Real Housewives of Potomac. And they're showing clips. I don't understand why Dr. Jackie doesn't realize that he is very hands-on. He's handsy. He's always been handsy, in a creepy way, you ask me. But Dr. Jackie's like, I would never say that about Eugene. You should if he's handsy. Like, Dr. Eugene's not handsy. So I feel like Toya needs to say something, and Dr. Jackie needs to honor how she felt and how she feels, because it was true. Because she should feel comfortable to go to Dr. Jackie and say, Curtis needs to stop touching me. Like, and then Curtis had the audacity to say that she sat in his lap, or that's Dr. Jackie's perspective. When we can see the clips, he pulled her into him. So it's got to be right on the record. Don't try to blame Toya for something your husband did. Like, we can see. Angel and Quad arrived. They arrived together. And they're showing clips. I didn't even know Angel made a cameo last season. But so they're arriving. Quad obviously goes around, hugs everyone, and greets everyone except Dr. Simone. Dr. Simone is fuming. You can see steam coming out of her ears. She despises Quad so much. I mean, she's been hating on Quad since I left in 2018? She's still hating on Quad. Alexa, how old is Dr. Simone from Married to Medicine?
Dr. Simone Whitmore is 58 years old.
So Dr. Simone snakes her way over to greet Quad. It's so awkward and phony, but they greet each other, and then Quad does a confessional, like saying how close Dr. Simone was. She really was close, like in kissing distance or whatever. And so then this is the clip I saw on Twitter. So Brandy is introduced. This is Toya's friend. Now, she has a little something on her neck, but the first thing that Dr. Jackie says is, do you have an enlarged thyroid? That is not a way to break the ice or to introduce yourself or to make a good impression or meeting someone for the first time. The first thing that Dr. Jackie's gonna say is, do you have an enlarged thyroid? Now, they're huddled in a group of women, and she's gonna say that. It's so disrespectful. Alexa, how old is Dr. Jackie from Married to Medicine?
Dr. Jackie Walters is 59 years old.
Now, Dr. Simone is trying to introduce her, not just to Dr. Jackie, but to the group. She's like, oh, she was a nurse practitioner somewhere, yada, yada, yada. Do you know Dr. Jackie leans in, serious as all get out, and says, do you have an enlarged thyroid? This is not a way to break the ice, to make a first impression, to greet someone. Like, this is so embarrassing for a doctor. that specializes in gyno and like women's bodies to lean into this Black woman and ask if her thyroid is enlarged. Dr. Jackie is so problematic. They have got to go. Her and Dr. Simone should bow out gracefully. They do not belong within spitting distance of this show. Because how embarrassing for you, ma'am, to do this. It's so obscene. Dr. Simone is plucking my nerves. So Dr. Simone, loud as all get out, surveys the group. A show of hands, as if she's Wendy Williams herself. A show of hands, who would have attended a birthday party with 2 hours notice, getting an invitation within 2 hours of the party, and then they cut to commercial break. She's too old for this, and she's too seasoned, and she is not just a medical doctor, but she is revered in her industry, acting a plumb fool. This was embarrassing for her. I'm like, now I realize why I stopped watching. Because she would be just gnawing at Quad too. I felt like she was doing it because Quad and Toya were at odds. And Toya says this too. She approaches Dr. Simone and she's like, don't be like me and Quad. We were angry at each other for a very long time. Don't be like us. And immediately after, this may just be how they cut this episode, but immediately after, she's surveying the crowd. Show of hands. I mean, she's just loud, looking a hot mess. Show of hands, like she's Wendy Williams, right? Who would attend a party, a birthday party, with just 2 hours notice? Or respond to an invitation with only 2 hours before the party started? Ma'am, you're a doctor. Get a hold of yourself. You look so ridiculous. I am embarrassed for her. The girls are stunned. They're just looking around at each other, like those animatronics at Chuck E. Cheese, like. And so Quad finally steps up and she's like, well, because I haven't heard from you in a while. So she was extending an olive branch at the end of the day. Ooh, Dr. Simone's plucking my nerves, child. Dr. Simone goes through all this rigmarole just to apologize to Quad. Well, she didn't necessarily apologize, but she's just like, we need time. And she talks about how it was an outburst and, how disappointed, hurt really she was and how she stayed in bed for 2 days. So I don't know if she's extending an olive branch per se, but she's just saying that whatever their beef is had adversely affected her, basically. But I don't really care if they get tight again or not, because this seemed to be going on since I left watching the show. It's still going on. They weren't able to bury the hatchet yet. Ciao, bye. I'm too much of an Aquarius to keep this going this long, and so I don't know. I don't think that Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie should come back for the next season. For season 13, no. Just there's enough here to do it without Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone, in my opinion. Like, peace out. But what did you think? That's the end of episode 1 of season 12, the season 12 premiere of Married to Medicine, episode 1. What do you think? What are your thoughts? Was this a good episode? Were you disappointed in some of the things that happened? Are you along for the ride for this whole season? Are you going to wait to stream it in full at the end of the season? Are you watching it on Peacock, streaming it? Are you watching live? Like, what's the deal? Are you in for this season or are you long gone, never to return to this franchise whatsoever? Because, child, it's a struggle. Either way, I would understand, child, because, whoo, this was something else. I don't know if I'm in for the whole season. Maybe I'm in. I'm probably on the fence. I'll see how it goes. But at any rate, did you enjoy this episode? If not, if you haven't seen it yet, come back and tell me what you think.